to all my beautiful earth sign unicorns. And if this is the first time that I've been given the pleasure to welcome you onto my channel, I'm Vanessa Samina and welcome to the fam. So you guys, I thought I'd make today's reading a little bit differently and that I would split today's video up to make sure that each one of the 4 triplicities of the zodiac has its own video. This means that everybody of the same element gets a very personalized reading. So my Tauruses, Virgos, and Capricorns, welcome to your reading. So the reason why I'm doing this is because a lot of you have been asking me for personal readings, and you know, there's only one of me. There's so many of you. So I decided in order for you to get a little bit more of a personalized reading, I would try this format. So if you guys like this format, then let me know down in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up. So earth signs, some of the reasons why I love you guys is because you're grounded, you're dependable, reliable, you're helpful, and you guys know how to make the most out of a little. Who doesn't love that, honestly? So earth signs, I salute you guys. You will always have a special place in my heart. My twin flame is of an earth sign as well. So I want to get into your reading about your life a year from now. As usual, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure that you let me know. If you found it helpful, insightful, entertaining, make sure that you subscribe to my channel to see future videos. But yeah, you guys, I don't want to spend too much time and energy within the intro. I prefer to spend more time within the reading. So let's get straight to it. Okay, so all my beautiful earth signs so far within your reading, we have the sapphire, we have the moonstone, we have possibility, partnership, delight, nature, we have stay strong in your faith, as well as divine life purpose. One thing that I see a year from now is the fact that your intuition and your inner knowingness is something that you will have developed to a point where it's so strong and you're so familiar with it that you know exactly when it's speaking to you. And in the sapphire, one thing that I see is that that is just going to make life so much more easy for you, because you're finally going to know, okay, you know, it's fine to sometimes not always be rational. It's fine to sometimes go against the odds because your gut feeling is telling you to. So easy does it is kind of like your motto a year from now. So if you're right now really anxious, or you're somebody who has no chill, who is always like on 100, trying to plan things, trying to organize life, and you are of an earth sign, so you know, being dependable and reliable often comes with the fact that these are things that you do or that you think of. You try to make sure that your life is secure, and if that is making you a little anxious or putting you in no chill zones, then I don't want you to worry too much, because a year from now I definitely see that you will have calmed down when it comes to fear, anxiety, and just the fact that you cannot seem to rest, so to say. So moving further into your reading, my gorgeous little earth sign, we have the dolomite as well as the aquamarine. So one thing that I definitely see here is that a year from now, your life purpose, you know, the signs of inner guidance are going to lead you to what will ultimately give you that fulfillment that you crave. So I believe that human beings are here for a reason. Each and every one of us has a purpose, and each and every one of us has things that we're good at, things that we're not so good at. And your life purpose definitely has everything to do with the things that you're good at, with the things that you thrive at. So allow yourself to not freak out if you feel like you have not found your life purpose yet. I see that you just have to sort of believe in a positive outcome, and you have to believe in an outcome where you find your life purpose, or where you're able to make your life purpose kind of like your main squeeze. So if you're right now working a 9-to-5 or studying, whatever it is that you're doing, I want you to still stay strong in your belief and strong with your mantras when it comes to the life that you want to create. And I'm by no means knocking a 9-to-5 or getting your academics right and, you know, accomplishing whatever it is that you want to accomplish that is a more traditional route. But at the same time, I definitely want you to see that you can switch. You can do something that is not as traditional, or that is seen as taking a leap of faith, like being your own boss and just doing exactly what you're passionate about. And I want you to keep in mind that a year from now, once your purpose has revealed itself or just become apparently clear, you will know what the next steps are in order for you to get to that fulfillment, in order for you to take all of the possibilities that this brings with itself. So I want you to know in possibility that once you start following your life's purpose, once you start doing what you were put on this earth to do, I see that you will be able to raise standards for yourself. All of a sudden you'll think to yourself, oh, actually, I do think that I can earn 6 or 7 figures in a year. Actually, I do think that I'm worthy of love. And actually, I do think that I'm beautiful. All of a sudden, you'll start to realize that when you're doing what you're meant to do, you'll find this new sort of sense of comfort within yourself and the person that you are. And your expectations of yourself are going to be elevated. Your expectations are going to be at an all-time high because you know what you can expect from yourself, and you know that you can expect greatness from yourself, but you don't need to dim yourself down or make yourself smaller in order to fit in or in order to make somebody else feel more comfortable. You have unlimited potential, and I definitely see a lot of possibilities, a lot of different doors opening for you a year from now, and it all has to do with the fact that you're more and more drifting towards the things that you're passionate about. And a lot of us have passions that are still untapped at later points in life, or even if we found something that we think, okay, this is my passion, this is what I'm meant to do, that doesn't mean that there aren't more things out there that you can all of a sudden discover and feel amazing about. And one thing that I see that may be coming for you when we're talking about passion and partnership is the fact that you may not only partner up with somebody with a big creative or business endeavor, you may find a trustworthy partner that you want to be with a year from now. So partnership is something that is clearly a strong possibility for you. Partnership is something that you may have been craving or may have been wanting, and all of a sudden a year from now it will seem like so long ago that you were craving it, because you're in a position where you feel either good in a romantic partnership, or you feel like you have a team, a group of people around you who support you and who are always there for you. And if you're already in a relationship, I don't want you to knock the partnership card. I don't want you to feel like not much will change with a year from now. Keep in mind that nothing is promised in life. There are people who have been together for, say, 40 years, and all of a sudden they call it quits. And then at the same time, there are people who find a completely new romantic spark with their partner, a completely new way of being and living and loving, and that may be the fact for you. You may make a complete 180 within your current partnership. In Delight, I see that enjoying life is what you're going to be doing a lot more of. And as we already touched upon, you're going to be more chill when it comes to the things that you're anxious about now. You're going to have a more sort of laissez-faire approach to that. And, you know, in the nature, I definitely find that there is a possibility that you will seek out more calmness and more sort of like a meditative state in nature by getting out a lot more. So maybe you will get a dog, or you have a dog, or you'll just take more walks in nature just because, or spend more time in nature itself, just because that way you can properly connect with the elementals. You can find a sacred space where it's just you away from all of the hustle and bustle that is here within the social media. And if you live in a busy city, this may be an indicator that a year from now, you may not be in that busy city anymore because you were just done with it. Too busy, too much going on for you, and just not a place where you could spiritually grow, or not a place that was meant to be for you forever. In Delight, one thing that I see for you that is so like earth signs is enjoying the simple things, but also expecting the best, also expecting amazingness. So earth signs can tend to be a little bit materialistic. Fact of the matter is, you guys like the nice things in life, the finer things. You like good food, you like amazing experiences. So being materialistic is not necessarily a bad thing. It can show in a way where you're very hardworking, you're very dedicated, and earth signs are more capable than the other signs to actually create tangible results and be extra productive. So see that as a strength instead of as a weak point. But let's move a little further into your reading. We have Align Your Life, we have Share Your Voice, Don't Dim to Fit In, as well as Trust the Niggles. So I want to continue straight on with your reading. One thing that I see in Align Your Life is the fact that you're going to leave so many things behind that are no longer you, and there are going to be a lot of changes within you. So if you feel like you haven't changed that much these past years, like you changed more for instance, if you're 25, if you feel like the last 2 years have kind of like been slow or nowhere near like the changes that you made 4 years ago, then I definitely see that that is something that is going to surprise you. See that you're going to notice that a lot of things don't really align with you anymore. A lot of physical things as well as mental mindsets, especially when it comes to your life purpose. I feel like it may really shock you from now up until a year later what your life purpose actually is. You may have never expected it. And in Share Your Voice, I definitely see that what you have to do is come out of this cave, come out of this spot where you're discovering your new self and discovering the new things that you love, that you cherish, and just the new route that you want to go down. There is no reason for you to dim your light. There's no reason for you to hide away. And that is one thing that I see in Don't Dim to Fit In. You have to ask yourself, like, are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Are you doing something in a way that you don't necessarily want to do it just because you don't want to be different, or you don't want to be the one that stands out negatively, and you don't want to risk people talking about you? And that is something that I can totally relate to. You know, colorful wigs, makeup, YouTube, etc. Like, putting yourself out there is hard. I understand, dear Earth sign. Like, I totally get you that it's not easy, and sometimes you just need to work on yourself internally before you can externally show your new self-confidence and your new alignment that you found with these things that you just know are you, and you're not going to let anybody make you feel bad about it or make you think otherwise. Last but not least, and trust the nickel, you have to listen to that voice and just that feeling that you get intuitively that is pushing you in a certain direction. So as we have in the Moonstone, your intuition is going to be heightened, and you're going to be able to understand more of it and understand more of your intuition's language, because each of us intuition has a different type of language. Yours may be very specific. It may be a flashing light. It may be a feeling in your gut, in your tummy. That's also why it's called gut feeling, when your tummy all of a sudden like turns or churns. I'm not 100% sure which one it is. Either way, listen to that gut feeling and drift towards what your intuition and your entire soul and being is trying to move you towards, because it's very clear within your reading that this all has to do with you going after your life's purpose, with you doing what you've always been meant to do, and finally following through on those goals and aspirations that you have. Not procrastinating the things that you truly desire and the places that you want to go in life. And you may be doing it with a partner. You may be doing it with somebody who is already in your life. Either way, you're not going to be alone within this upcoming year. And there's going to be a lot of fundamental change within you and your personality. So my beautiful little earth signs, I hope that you enjoyed your reading. I truly hope that you found it insightful, as well as maybe motivational, inspirational, and I will see you in my next reading.